is at Westminster, who is watching the events there for us. Myriam, what exactly can we expect?
Well, a somber mood here on the bridge just 1 week after the attacks in which 50 people were injured and 5 people lost their lives. Now, the Metropolitan Police, that's the local police, have organised an event today to mark the events of that day, in particular at 2:15 local time. We are expecting approximately 3,000 police officers who will join hands to cross the bridge in what they're calling an act of defiance to show terrorists that they will not achieve anything, to quote their own words. Now, of course, they lost a colleague that day, PC Keith Palmer, who died just outside the Houses of Parliament there when Khalid Massoud drove his SUV into the gates, emerged out of the vehicle and stabbed the officer. Khalid Massoud was then shot dead by another officer on site. Now, there were also 2 other officers who were injured in the incident. So the Met Police have organised this event to really pay tribute to the bravery of their colleagues, and many Londoners are gathered here to join them. At 2:30, they will be joined by faith leaders who've come together in a show of solidarity with the police, with the victims, and to show a sense of unity amongst Londoners, among people in the UK in the face of this incident. And finally, at 2:40 local time, we'll be expecting a very solemn minute of silence. That's the time at which the attack began. That's when Khalid Massoud began driving across this bridge behind me, mowing down people along the way. And at 2:40, we will expect people across here to take a moment just to remember those who were injured and who lost their lives. Now, I'm joined here by a faith leader who is one of the many who will at 2:30 come together as that show of solidarity. That's Imam Ahmed Abdul Qudus, and he is the leader from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. Can you just tell us why it was so important for you to be here today?
First of all, I would like to pay my condolences to those victims and their families and loved ones on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. And the reason that we're here today is that we want to show our solidarity with all Londoners, with all British people, that just as they were affected, we Muslims are also affected as well. But the attacks which took place a week ago, that's an affront to Islam, because Islam is a religion of peace, for compassion, and basically not in my name, and we want to stand united and together with our other British citizens.
How do you think the mood of the capital has been affected by what happened here a week ago?
Naturally, it's been very somber, very sad, yet as you said in your opening statement as well, it's an act of defiance to come together. It doesn't matter. Terrorism has no religion. Extremism has no race or culture. So we're together, and that's the mood of the city, where it's a multicultural city where you stand united at every occasion.
Now, we now know that the attacker was a convert to Islam, although the police have said he didn't have any direct links to Al-Qaeda or to Daesh. Did you have any concerns yourself about a backlash against Muslims because of this?
There's naturally a backlash does take place. It's because if we look at the mainstream media, usually what happens is that Islam is given a very negative name. This has given us an opportunity to come out. We're here in over 500, and we're wearing t-shirts that I'm a Muslim. So not being apologetic of being a Muslim, rather we want to show that not in the name of Islam. And there have been backlashes, I mean myself, on social media, but generally London is an amazing city that most of the people have tapped us on the back and said, well done, you've done a great job. And that's why we, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, are out here in numbers.
Can you finally tell me, what is the message you hope people will take away from your presence at this event here today?
The message is simple: love for all, hatred for none. Religion, like I said, doesn't have any link to terrorism, whether it be Islam or any other religion. And I think anyone who perpetrates such acts does it on their own accord, and they're deluded in their own way.
Thank you very much. So we will be back with you shortly for the minute of silence. That will be at 2:40. That's when the attacker Khalid Massoud began his drive along here, mowing down people along his way before stopping just outside Parliament when he crashed into the gates and killed the officer, PC Keith Palmer. Now, we'll be back for that, but in the meantime, I can see people gathering, people from all different nationalities, tourists, locals, Londoners, donors, people from across the country, just coming together to mark this moment and pay their respects to all those who were affected by the attack 1 week ago today.
Okay, Myriam, good to speak to you. Myriam Francois there for us in Westminster. And as she said, we will return back to London for that minute's silence, which is expected in about 20 minutes' time to remember the victims killed in that attack 1 week ago today in London.